Right, hello, welcome to Switched On. My name's Paul, hopefully we are live. Just gonna check if anybody's watching. Welcome to the dungeon, by the way, which is where we are. My little recording room, still working on it, still a bit to do. It's not great. Need a bigger green screen. That was a mistake. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here for Sonic or Team Sonic Racing. So first of all, big thanks to SEGA for sending a code out so I can check this one out and review it for everybody. But we're going to stream some today. I've played a little bit already today. It's really good. Very good. So I think what we will start with, we'll probably just get into a little quick single race. And just show off some of the mechanics in this one. So, you probably heard, I hadn't actually, because I kept myself out of the loop for Team Sonic Racing, because I kind of was hoping to get a key. So this is a team racing kart game, where you race in teams of 3. You can race solo as well, that is an option. But primarily you're in teams of 3. And it's kind of like, I don't know, a bit like NASCAR, where you can draft your teammates to get a boost, and you can pass items to each other. So there's a couple of cool little mechanics in here as well. You can also sort of, if they've spun out or if you've spun out on the track, they can drive past and sort of nudge your cart, and it gives you a boost back onto the track. So all these little innovations are something a little bit different from something like Mario Kart. So I don't know, we'll just go with Sonic for now, just to get into a race quick, and then we can talk about some of the mechanics. And then maybe have a look at something a bit more in detail after. So Steve Ball Gaming, welcome. First one here. So checking out some Team Sonic Racing. So if any of you have picked this up, let me know. Maybe if any of you have got it and you're online, we'll jump into some multiplayer. And check that out. I've had a few multiplayer games, and they were good. So you get a boost off the start here by revving in time with the countdown, which I haven't quite mastered yet. So here we are. So the screen setup, top left-hand corner is your player. So I'm Mario, and then the 2 bottom corners are my teammates. So we've got, forgive me, I'm not entirely sure on the characters, which I'm probably going to get crucified for. But my team's in 8th and 9th. Top right is the item we've got. So we've got a rocket that we can fire at people, like that. And then your teammates there, as you see, that pop up at the top, just to let you know what they're doing. So they were calling for a slingshot. We see that yellow line behind the cart. That's like your draft. So if you can get in your teammates draft, or they can get in yours, they can get a boost. And Trickster on the right stick, and then drift, you just hold down the left bumper to drift, so you don't have to do like a hop in Mario Kart. So here Towers is giving me a draft, so if I can get into that yellow line, I got hit. Yeah, it's quite hard to stay on that yellow line, but if you can, the longer you can stay on it, you can sort of pop out, and there you go, get a big boost to get past them. So there will be some instances where you want to maybe drop back a bit just to get into a draft to then get boosted forward a certain amount. You see there are teammates coming in for a boost, so you've got to try and stay as still as possible, ideally, so they can get into your draft. Took my after block. Now the specials in the top right, you can actually pass to your teammates, which I've done there. Oh, bombed. Oh, pay attention to what I'm doing. So we had an ultimate there. If you've got like you won't be able to see it at the moment, but if you look at the back bumper of the cars, there's like a yellow bar that builds up. So the more teamwork you do, so the more drafting you do, the more items you pass each other, that ultimate meter builds up, and then you can sort of unleash it to do like a massive team move. So there we go, got into Tails draft. So I'm not doing very well here in 16th. That's going to be the end of the race. So what happens at the end of the race is all your positions are added up, and it's who's got the most points as a team that wins the race. So you can see here we're in blue. It says blue, green, red and yellow teams. And my team let me down really. I finished 8th, but they didn't do much better. And then all the points here get tallied. So the green team won. Blaze, Vector and Silver. Let's try a different track. So the big question, I think that will be the big question a lot of people are asking. Steebor's asked, is Team Sonic Racing better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Firstly, I think you've probably too early to say. I mean, obviously Mario Kart's had a lot longer to establish itself and for everyone to learn the nuances of it. But, I mean, this is a budget game, I think. Mario Kart's $60, where this is $40, I think. I think it's £30 in the UK. So take that into consideration as well. You know, this isn't, and probably strategically isn't trying to muscle in on Mario Kart's sort of territory. Let's go with Silver. I really like this car, like some sort of a futuristic electric car. So yeah, but is it better? I mean, people are going to like one or the other. Probably the way that people like Sonic or Mario growing up. But I mean, certainly for a port on the Switch, and I love these games that come out on all consoles on the same day, these big games. And even though I think it's 60 frames a second on the Xbox One X and PlayStation Pro, unlocked on the other consoles, and it's set 30 frames on the Switch. And I don't mind 30 frames. People really get up in arms about 30 frames for racing and shooting games. But it feels great to me. Oh, it's got a bit of a boost there. So yeah, it certainly doesn't feel terrible for being 30 frames a second. There's no, I've not had any slowdown. Everything looks really nice, like the graphics are really sharp. It's pretty impressive, to be honest. And so just the fact it's come out day on day with the other consoles is great as well. So where are we? We're 10th at the moment. So we're 10th, 11th and 12th. So if I can try and... Oh, Vector's gone past me. So stay in that yellow slipstream. One thing I did find myself doing earlier, especially in handheld mode, I played this a bit in handheld, and just to say it looks just as good and performs just as well in handheld. But I was like tilting the controller. It really could... I don't know if it's got motion controls. I'll check in a second, but... it really felt like, for those fine adjustments, it really felt like it needed motion controls, so I'll have a check of that. I reckon it'd be really good as well if you get enough people online and you're all on the same team, then you could set up some nice team combinations, although the lack of voice chat probably lets it down. So we've got a full bar at the bottom. If you look under the bumper at the back, we've got a full bar. We've now activated that. And this is kind of like the when you get a shining star in Mario Kart. So you're kind of invincible. You can pass through stuff. I'm up into first, so it's done the trick. We're first, second and fourth. And I have got a wisp. Now, the items at the back are called wisps, oddly enough. But, yeah, so I just had one. I'm in first place. I don't need it, so I've just offered it to one of my teammates. And they have the option whether to take it or not. And now I've got another one. It doesn't tell you what these wisps are. There's about 12 different ones, I think, power-ups. It'd be nice to know. You know, you've got that little icon in the top corner, but it's not very intuitive. Okay, that drops a cube. Alright, we've lost first place. That's not good. Oh, I'm not going to make it to the finish. Oh, I'm finished third. That was a close finish, but that's a much better race. Second, third, and fifth. Could be enough to win us the team race. It looks like it might be, actually. Green team, Sonic, Knuckles, and Towers finished first, fourth, and sixth. So I reckon we might be alright there. Ooh, lost by a point to Sonic, Knuckles, and Towers. Well, that was a close one. Let's go back to the main menu, check out some of the stuff. Now there's a few people in here. Let's have a look at the tracks first. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different zones and an unlockable zone. And each zone has got 3 tracks in. So there's 18 tracks there, plus whatever's in that unlockable zone. I assume another 3 tracks. You can do a team race or a standard race. So, oh, sorry, hit the mic. What we've just been doing, the team race, the 3v3. We can just do a standard kart race. And we've got a Grand Prix, which I think is like a series of races, exhibition race, time trial, and wireless local multiplayer. And I think this might have 4-player split screen as well. Certainly from the looks of the bottom, it's indicating that we can add up to 3 other players. And I'd assume as well, a bit like Mario Kart, that you can use the split Joy-Con for that. So Team Adventures is story mode. And local play we was just doing just single races or solo races. Online multiplayer. Stat screen's quite nice. Quite a lot of stats there. I'm a sucker for a stat. So all the sorts of stuff that you've collected, distance you've driven, all that good stuff. If you're a nerd like I am. Now garage, you can change the parts on your car and you can unlock them in like a gacha machine. We'll have a look at that in a sec. But each cart has got I think 3 or 6 parts per car, I think. I've not unlocked anything yet, so we can have a look at that because I've got some coins. So you get these pods, like the Japanese gacha machines, like the little pods with random items in, and it's 10 credits per pod. So let's have a go, see what we get. So red burst, start the race with a red burst wisp. Okay, let's just burn through our credits, see what we get. Lucky orange rockets. Chance of triple orange rockets instead of singles. Extra boost power, increased boost power. Oh, that was a big one. So we've got a new paint job for, I think that's Sonic's car. So a Glacier Land theme. So like a light blue colour. Ooh, dash engine for Sonic. Now that's a front part. I think there's a front part, wheels, and a rear part for each car. But I think there's 2 or 3 variations of each for each car. So another bonus box. Start the race with a black bomb. Ooh, look at that. Legendary dash engine. Gold-plated engine. We'll be sticking that on in a minute. And a white boost. Start the race with a white wisp. So we've got no more money left. The coins you get for competing in races we have burned through them. So, is anyone available for online? Have you tried handheld yet, Lee? Yes, I have, Lee. Played about half an hour in handheld earlier when I first got it. And if you missed it earlier, it performs exactly the same as docked here. Looks really nice, no slowdown, nice HD rumble. And as I was saying earlier, you kind of feel like you want to tilt the controller. Let's have a look actually, see if there is any tilt options. Because it would be a nice touch. So controls. So no, there's no tilt option, unfortunately. That's a shame really, because say it kind of feels like it suits it. No, so you can turn vibration on and off. And then you can alter the settings per player as well. Just while we're in here, the other options. That's interesting. In-game comms. Text only disabled. So I wonder if this is using the new, or the fairly new Nintendo API, the one that Fortnite had, where you had in-game voice chat. So that'd be quite interesting if that is the case. I've not heard. As I said earlier, I've tried to avoid everything about this game. Just I wanted to come into it completely fresh and with no expectations. So I know very little about it, and kind of getting first glimpses of stuff now. So in-game comms, very interesting. I don't think it uses the Nintendo voice chat. So the fact it's got that option must mean that it uses the integrated voice chat, which would be really cool. And then video options there, just a gamma text language, and you can turn the tutorials on and off. So we can have a look at some online multiplayer. I don't really want to do... If you guys want to see the story, then let me know, and I'll play it. But I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm certainly willing to show it off if you guys want to see it. So let's just have a look and see if we can get an online race and just show you how that plays. 7 gig, by the way, the size of the download, if you're looking for the digital version. So we've got a race here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people in the race. I don't know if you guys saw in the week, there's a third-party controller coming out that is licensed by Nintendo, but it's made by... I'm not going to be able to remember the name. It's made by a third party anyway, but licensed by Nintendo. And it's actually got a headphone jack on the bottom of the port, a bit like the Xbox and PlayStation controllers. So you can plug in a headset for chat, which would be perfect for this game. I'm not readying up. Yeah, so it was $25. Had replaceable faceplate, so you can change the faceplate. Had extra buttons on the back that you could program, which I love in games, especially for racing games. Actually, use them as gears or reloading in shooting games. And it had like the headphone jack in the bottom, so you can plug headphones in and get voice chat as well. So I think that's coming out in July, possibly. I have reached out to the manufacturer to see if I could get a unit to test out and maybe one to give away, but still waiting for confirmation on that. But yeah, definitely look out for it. They're on Amazon to pre-order. $24.99. No word of a UK release yet. So here we are. It's an online race. It's 6 other players. I think it's a solo race. It's a team. I've all got Rouge. Yeah, accelerate button to boost. The ZR and ZL2. About the Mario Kart. To be honest, I'm not a massive Mario Kart fan. Probably could have played it to death like most people. So this kind of feels I have got an item to use. What have we got? What does that do? Is that a rocket? Ah, one thing we did put our gold engine on, did we? I'll have to do that after this race. Right, someone's laying down some lovely boost here. Not doing well here, though. 10th place. Oh, come on. Right, so I've just requested an item. Press A, and if you haven't got an item, it requests one. If you have got an item and you press A, then that offers it out to the rest of your team. So that's how that works. But I've still not picked an item up. Ooh, just hanging onto the edge. Now the drifting in this game is a little bit different to Mario Kart. With Mario Kart, when you sort of power slide, you keep sliding to the edge of the track, so you have to keep adjusting yourself. Oh. But yeah, in this one, you sort of hit the drift button and you can just let go of the joystick and it will just slide you, sort of lock you in place and slide you around, which is quite nice. Feels a little bit more accessible. Let's get these rings. Oh. Right, let's hit the ultimate button. See if we can time it right. Oh my goodness. Ooh, rings everywhere. Ah, 12th place. That's not good. 10th, 11th, 12th. Let the side down. Hi, Adam. So here you can award someone like a player of the game. So it gives you, what other game does this? Paladins, maybe? So you can see here. Let's just pick someone quick. You get a choice of 4 sort of plays of the game that you can vote on. So yeah, that's pretty bad for Team Pink. Finished last. I think we need to go and equip that gold engine. Then we'll show them. Wow. So you can see that was online, ran absolutely smoothly, no lagging or warping or anything like that, so that's good. Probably do want to get back to the garage if we can. Okay, we're going to have to back out and go to the garage, and then maybe we'll jump in with another online game and see how the garage works. So I've got a little indicator there saying we've got parts to fit, that's good. I think they were for Sonic's cars mainly, weren't they? So yeah, the engines, you've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each car's got 3 categories and 6 versions of each. So we'll stick that gold engine on. We've got no rear items and no different wheels. So who else have we got stuff for? Can we see? Mind you, I think a lot of the other items we got were sort of buffs, weren't they, that we can start with, which I think you can choose when you're picking your car. What we get was different paint, so let's have a look at that. So you can yeah, for that's really so we've got vinyls. They're all and different horns. Wow. We did unlock that Arctic body paint as well. I don't know where that's gone. Unless that wasn't for Sonic. Didn't see an option here to sort of do a preset. Ah, actually, yeah, what's that there? So we've got a Sonic paint kit. Here we go. Like different palettes. Right, okay. Yeah, so we had the ice theme, didn't we? Glacier Land, that was it. So yeah, it looks like you got preset themes in, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We'll go with that. Some the run and my driving. Right, online more race. Race 4 or 3 other players. It's a shame there's not more people online as we go down to 3 players. Some players pretty full. It's always a shame on the Switch. Just hasn't got the. I don't like my. I haven't played kart online anyway for ages, so I don't know the exact state, but I imagine it's still quite well populated. What just somewhere. Right, so we've got right. So, you son of a gun. Wisp Stew is going to be key to strategy, obviously, in this game. Games have got it. I think Paladins have added it. Obviously, Fortnite's got it. I can't think of many other games that have got it. I kind of feel like Diablo patched it in, but I'm not sure. But, I mean, more games should do it. I guess it takes up a fair chunk of resources, but it never seemed to harm Fortnite. that item, no teammate, you catch a lot of items. I guess that hasn't helped. I've been playing a lot of Xenon Racer, where you can build up a boost on that and use it at any time. So that really helps play catch up when you're drifting around the corners. I'm trying to do a full review of that as well. It's on the back burner. So there you see that skin boost. That's when you pass or somebody passes by you really closely after you've spun. One of your teammates and sort of straightens you out and gives you a boost. Gets you back racing again. Well, I guess that's the rocket from Mario Kart. So who do we want to give the commendation? 46. Nothing of interest. So I would probably the red team took that. Blaze finishing first, so they got first, third, and seventh. So blue got 20. People might watch. There's no way of speeding through the point calculation. Place. I think we'll have a quick look at the story mode. So I've already done the introduction. Can replay it. Skip on. Second race, Wow Lagoon. Finished top 3 places as an individual. Oh, I've just eaten before stream. In individual, win the race as a team, fulfill any of the above conditions, and perform at least time. So we can begin that stage without the ones capsules. Now, I don't know if they're one-time use. It was kind of with the number in the corner would suggest they're one-time use. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go with Sonic. So we've got loadout. I don't know what this is. Oh, I see. You can't see. You can. A bit like Mario Kart again. You can kind of change things on the fly, including your paint jobs. That's quite nice. Really cool little things that are in this game. Like just nice touches. I like that. So let's see how we're doing this race. So rival team members are highlighted in red. Take out rivals, increase your team standing. Oh dear. So we've got goggles. Yeah. Slow. Orange boost. Getting a draft. How you can transfer whisper. So we need to get right in that draft. Whoa, spinning around. We take ours. And let's transferring an item to you. So rough front. So go. Right. No horses take. We can get from these are the first easy races, and we'll be finish the first race. I don't think there's any online leaderboards. That'd be quite nice. So we've got 32 credits, so that's basically free with the gift balls. Hopefully the stream's been okay. I've just noticed that there's a warning saying the video is low, so apologies if it's not the best quality. Be a shame if so. I'm just saying the stream's unavailable, so I don't even know if anybody's still watching. Just drop us a message if anybody's watching and it's still working. Yeah, so there we go. So we basically got all the achievements. We got the 3 stars and we got the key. And I guess you need 4 keys to get off the list. That's what it kind of looks like. So now the road splits, so we can go and do stage 1-5, Roulette Road. So it's a Daredevil type race, not sure what that is. Or we can do Team Grand Prix, which is all races. So the Grand Prix, this is calculated for the amount of rings held at the end of each race. Just checking to see if it died, because I'm not sure if the stream stopped working. It says we're on now. Anyway, let's have a look at this Daredevil race. Right, doesn't it? Looks like it's kind of a slalom past these posts. So you need to see the post pretty close. Oh. Don't take your eyes off the posts. Ooh, didn't even get enough for the first medal. That's difficult. Let's have another go. I've just got a message from someone saying the stream has died, so I'll keep chatting away as if it is still working, but I mean the YouTube thing here says the video is unavailable, but then my streaming software says we're live and the stream's good, so who knows? The murky waters of online streaming. So I don't think you necessarily have to drift past these. I think you just have to skim them really close. I think you just get, not bang into them. That's bad. Yeah, I think you just get extra points if you drift into them. Oh. Ah, come on. I like that announcer. It reminds me of sort of the 90s arcade racing games. Ironically from SEGA, like the SEGA Rally and Actua Racing, or Virtua Racing. How did we do this time? Oh, still didn't make it. Oh well. That's a good mode, that. I like that. That's going to be quite fun once you learn that layout of the track. And you can nail a few of the zigzags, or the slaloms. I feel good. Well, I've had no replies from anyone to say the video's still live, so I'm probably going to end it there because I think we have gone offline possibly. That says the stream is healthy. I don't know. I've not done this much. I'm probably going to call it a day anyway. It's been about an hour's worth. So hope you've enjoyed that. Sonic Racing out today. I think it's £30, $40. Really good. Really smooth. Performance-wise, absolutely zero problems at all. So if you're thinking,